Hi, my name is Emil, and this is my wife Hani.
Hi.
This video is about IVF in Vietnam.
Yes, because when we try to search about IVF in Vietnam online, there's very limited posts about it, and we had a very difficult time. So we hope this will be helpful for others. Now, why do we have to undergo IVF?
The reason why we had to undergo IVF is because both of her fallopian tubes are blocked. So there's no way for us to conceive by the natural way.
Yeah. And last year, we underwent IVF in Vietnam also. And it was unfortunately unsuccessful. We had 2 embryos frozen, and we transferred both, but it didn't stick.
Yeah, it didn't stick.
Yeah, so that was very heartbreaking for us. It was really tough, emotionally, financially, physically. It was hard. It was tough. It took a while for us to pick ourselves up and have another try again. Now, it's our second try, and it's much easier, not like the first time. It was really, what do you call that? We were so nervous.
We were nervous. We didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to expect because it was a foreign country.
Yes.
So this video is like a guide for other couples out there who wants to do the IVF in Vietnam.
Yes, so we were able to capture some videos this time, since now it's our second time around, and we know the drill already.
We're a bit more confident
yes,
now.
We're more confident. It's a bit easier now. We know where to go, so
where to eat.
yeah, so this hopefully will help you guys.
There are 3 famous hospitals in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh. That's Tu Du, An Sinh, and Van Han.
Yes. When you try to search on the internet, those 3 hospitals pop up. So we personally visited those 3 hospitals. We started with Tu Du, and during our first visit, we were really shocked
because
at the price.
Of the price. Yeah.
So when we went to the hospital and tried to ask for their IVF procedure, they gave us a quotation, and that's around
$8,000 for foreigners, but I think that's for foreigners.
They have a different price for locals.
For locals.
And when we heard about that steep price, we automatically crossed Tu Du off our list. Yeah, but that's the first hospital we went to, because when you try to search the internet, that would be the first that pops up.
Or that's the only. Sometimes it's the
most
hospital that
or
pops
more
up.
famous one. Yes, we tried to search again for another hospital, and the second one we searched was
the one we found was Van Han.
Yes, Van Han Hospital. That's our current hospital right now. So when we went to Van Han and asked for their prices, we were shocked, but in a good way.
Yeah, we were surprised because it was like just half.
Yes, half the price.
Half the price.
From $8,000 in Tu Du, Van Han only cost
$3,500. US dollars.
Yes. So when we heard about that price, we automatically booked or scheduled for an appointment.
Yeah, appointment or a checkup
with the doctor in Van Han. And it was good to know that the doctor could speak English, because that would be one problem doing IVF in Vietnam.
Because when you go there, don't be surprised because most of them can't speak or understand English.
Yes.
So you're gonna have to need
translation app or your phone.
Your phone.
That would be very, very helpful. So in case you don't know what to ask, you can just type it on your phone and it automatically translates.
The third hospital was An Sinh.
Yes, An Sinh Hospital is also a very good hospital, and it doesn't have a very expensive price.
It's almost the same as Van Han.
Yeah, at $3,500 US dollars for IVF. And we found out about An Sinh through another Filipino couple.
Yeah, another Filipino couple.
Yes, we met them in Vietnam, and we visited the hospital while they were there. But when we visited them, we were already doing IVF in Van Han. So when we check the hospital, a good advantage about ANSIN is that they translate
the documents or the papers or the results. They translate. You can ask them to translate it in English.
in English. So again, all the results, like ultrasound results, blood tests, they can translate them in English. So that's a very good advantage for foreigners. And again, it's the same price. So you can choose Van Hanh or ANSIN. We highly recommend those two hospitals.
Why did we choose Vietnam over
not the Philippines, when we currently have good IVF hospitals here as well?
Yeah, but problem is we live 6 hours away from the main city
where the hospitals, are located, because we stay in Baguio City.
It's 6 hours bus ride from our place going to Manila.
For us, it's the same. We have to leave work. We have to stay there for a few weeks. And another reason is the price.
Yeah, the price.
For the Philippine IVF price,
it costs in the Philippines. It costs around $6,500 to $11,500 US dollars.
Yes, again in Vietnam that was only $3,500. So
US.
For us, we were thinking that okay, for one IVF in the Philippines, which is $6,500, we can do two in Vietnam in case one failed, just like what happened with us last year.
We can still try again this year.
Yeah, for almost the same price.
And the other advantage is we get to have a vacation out of the country.
Yeah, because if we're here, we're tempted. We're very tempted to still focus on work, text everyone at work. And if we're out of the country, it's really more stress-free. It's a new scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like what Emil said, it's like a mini vacation. For us. However, if you are staying near the IVF hospital and money is not an issue.
Yeah, if you have the budget and you can just try it here in the Philippines.
Yes.
If you're living near Manila or if you have the budget, you can go do it here.
Yes, we would recommend you to do IVF in the Philippines instead. Why? Because again, it's the language. You won't have any stress with the language, because that's one main problem for us that we've experienced in Vietnam. Here, you don't have any issues with that. You can ask anything you want with the staff, with the doctors. For us there in Vietnam, even the instructions, it's all Vietnamese.
What's nice though is Vietnamese people are really nice. They're very friendly. They're very helpful. Even if they can't speak English, they try to help you as much as they can.
Yeah. And again, going back to doing IVF here in the Philippines, also you don't have to leave work for a long period of time. If it's hard to leave work, some people don't have the advantage of going away from work for a couple of weeks, because if you do IVF in Vietnam, you have to stay there for at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks if you're doing the fresh transfer. Here in the Philippines, you can just go there every appointment when they check your ultrasound. And
your checkups,
yes,
your tests.
Because the injections you can bring them at home, and then it's just really every after 2 or 3 days that you have to go back there for the checkup.
If you want to know more about our experience in Vietnam IVF, just keep watching. This is Ben Vien Dak Qua Van Hanh IVF Hospital. It's right in front of Van Hanh Mall.
When I got you, I can't lose. All of my brightness shines through with you. With you. Shooting star, you're
taking her third shot.
Another one. Third day.
Third day. We just finished Honey's third shot here in the hospital. So I'm gonna treat her for ice cream.
We'll just cross.
There.
During the first day, they saw 8 follicles. Hopefully, it grows and they'd be able to get more.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
Hey guys, it is now day 7 in Vietnam. We are here in Van Hal Mall, just in front of the hospital. And we are here at the basement at Top Mart. This is where you buy our food.
It's like a big grocery.
It's big grocery.
Complete. It has everything, all your house needs. And the good thing about it, they also have cooked food. So in our hotel, we cannot cook.
Yeah,
We don't have a
since we
kitchen.
can't cook there and we're too lazy to cook anyways.
It's just
This is
it's just
a good thing for us.
So this is very convenient for us.
So here are some of the foods that we eat here.
His favorite.
Yeah, chicken. That's my chicken.
It's big already for what we usually eat in the
This is good for
Philippines.
one big person.
For his size. And this costs 24,000 dong or around 50 pesos.
50 pesos or $1 US.
Or $1. And with the chicken, of course, you need rice.
To have white rice. So this is the white rice.
This
here.
size, it has vegetables already. That's 6,000 dong or around 12 pesos, 13 pesos.
If you don't want anything else, you just want rice.
It's complete. It has veggies.
You can eat it alone already, just like this one. It's a rice meal,
How much?
fried rice. It's around 23,000 dong. That's around
$1 or
Around $1.
50 pesos.
$1. We also have fruit juice. Fruit juice here is freshly squeezed. It's around 15,000 dong for the orange one.
30
Here,
pesos.
30 pesos. And also freshly squeezed watermelon juice. It's 10,000 dong.
Or 25 cents.
It's quite cheap actually. It's quite cheap.
Or
It's fresh.
in our Philippine peso, that's around 20 pesos.
It's around 20 pesos.
This also, this is what I have to eat because of course we have to eat nutritious food, especially since we're undergoing IVF. This one, this veggies. This is like mustard leaves, I think. And it's only 10,000 dong. That's just like 20 pesos. And here we have some broccoli bell pepper, and
mushrooms.
mushrooms also for 10,000 dong or 20 pesos. So an average meal, like for me, if I just eat this and the rice, it's around 50 pesos or $1. Not bad, right? For him, for his chicken,
This is good for
and
me
his
because
rice, it's around 60 pesos. So
good for big guys.
it's very convenient for us, and it's not that expensive. Also, we get free soup.
Get free soup.
This is vegetable soup, and it's healthy.
So you won't get hungry, really. You won't get hungry. Just cross the street. There's lots of foods.
The food here is not expensive. You can live with 200 pesos a day or 300 pesos a day for meal. Around $6.
$6.
Around $6 a day for meal. 3 times a day meal. Not bad. It's finally egg retrieval day. And we're not allowed to wear any makeup on, any deodorant, any fragrance, nail polish, and jewelry. So I'm nervous, but just waiting for a meal, and then we're heading to the hospital.
Okay, she just came out of extraction.
I'm busy.
How are you?
Station. They said they got 6 eggs.
6 eggs. Nice.
get textures here. They tried 2 attempts, so painful. Now they got one here.
Rest. Rest.
So it's now day 14 and we're going home. We're heading back to the Philippines, and we found out that
We have 2 embryos.
yeah, just 2, but we're still hoping they'd make it through day 3 and day 5. So let's keep praying.
We currently have 2 frozen embryos back in Vietnam. After the retrieval, we went back to the Philippines and waited for the call from the doctor.
Yes.
And she explained to us that we had 2 embryos.
Yes, because we can only find out how many embryos made it on the 5th day.
Day 5.
On day 5, and the doctor texted us that we have 2 embryos that made it, and it's now frozen. For my case, I can't have a fresh transfer because of my myoma, so we really have to freeze the embryos and come back after 3 months.
After 3 months.
Yes. Why 3 months? That's because I have to take oral medication to suppress the myoma. Once the myoma is suppressed on the 3rd month, I can go back and then have the embryos transferred.
It's currently our 3rd month, and we're really excited to go back to Vietnam next week for the transfer.
Yes, so just 1 week left, and that has been a very long 3-month wait. So now we're almost there. We're almost done.
Almost done.
And we'll be trying to make some videos as well for the transfer.
Aside from the transfer, we'll be also putting up the video for the expenses.
Yes, very detailed
expenses
about the IVF cost.
The IVF procedure in Vietnam.
Yes, and also we would like to share some tips. If you plan to do IVF abroad or IVF in Vietnam, please, number 1, bring
light clothes.
Yes.
Bring thin light clothes because it's really warm or it's humid in Vietnam, and you really need some light clothes to move around.
An advantage of light clothes, it's easy to wash and wear, and you don't have to bring a lot. It's very light. Also,
for the
clothes,
what do you need to wear?
you could bring dresses. That would be easier for you during your ultrasound. Also, bring shirts and comfortable pants because you will be having injections, one on your tummy and one on your bum. So it would be easier if you could put your shirt up and lower your pants down so that it won't, you're still covered. Unlike when you're wearing, if you just brought dresses, if you put them up, of course, everything will be seen. So it might not be comfortable for you.
And number 2, don't forget to bring unscented soap.
Yes.
Why? Because it's hard to find soaps in Vietnam.
Don't get us
or
wrong.
why?
There are a lot of soaps.
Lots of soap. There are lots of soaps there, but the problem is it's all written in Vietnamese.
Yes.
And you won't be able to distinguish unscented soap from a scented soap. So just bring your own soap.
Bring your own unscented soap. Why unscented? Because during retrieval, when they remove your eggs, the night before that or the morning before that, you cannot wear fragrant stuff. So no deodorant, no perfumes, even your soap, they prefer it to be unscented because embryos don't like strong scents. Yes. Now, for unscented soap, there are a lot of soaps there, but the soaps we know or the soaps we're familiar all have scents. Those we don't understand. So to be safe, just bring unscented soap. If you have some experiences about IVF abroad or in Vietnam or any other place, please feel free to share some comments in the comment section. I'm sure that would be very helpful for other couples as well.
And if you like this video, don't forget to click that subscribe button
For more.
for more.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
No more stormy weather, my forecast is bright.